I think there's a lot of commercials and commercial breaks as well in radio these days. I feel like. Is it just me or am I wrong? Like
No,
there's
you're
more
right.
commercials and commercial breaks.
No, you're right, because it's come down to, obviously we live in a capitalist society, so everybody's going to make a dollar, things like that. But it becomes overkill. You push the commercial to the point where the product, say in the music format, has become like secondary, and its music should
Mhm.
be first, and the two go together. It should be a balance, or used to be a balance,
Yeah.
but nowadays it's not. See, back in the days, you used to have what we call 60-second commercials. Now you don't have them on anymore on radio and television. You have 15s and 30s. Why? Because they're quicker. As long as
Mhm.
they're quicker and to keep the attention span of the listener or viewer, that's what we go with. So those 60 seconds been gone forever. 15s, you probably break it down to 15, 10s, and 30 seconds. So nowadays it's all compact, but you add more 30s and 10s and 15s. So the commercial breaks are way longer.
Yeah. I feel like commercial breaks are like every 15 minutes and the commercials are like 5 minutes. On TV, it's like 2 minutes.
Mhm.
And I mean, depending on the market, what's going to happen with the Super Bowl this year? The Super Bowl is probably going to have like 5 minute commercial breaks because that's how popular the commercials are
Mhm.
in the Super Bowls. You know what I mean? And it's just that the commercials are. I feel like I hear more commercials than the actual show because it's all
Mhm.
about the money that they want. It's
Remember,
the
so with
advertisements.
cable TV, I remember something that
Okay.
you had hour slots or you had 30-minute slots, and
Yeah.
so something that was usually an hour, the actual running time of it, I
40
think it's usually
minutes.
about 43 minutes, something like that. So you have an hour slot and you have a 43-minute show or whatever. So
Yeah.
then you would have, so
That's what I
then
noticed too.
the people running it would have to like calculate, okay, so we have 43 minutes, we have an hour, so you have 17 minutes you can dedicate to ads. So 17 is about 3 5-minute ads, something like that. So you would have,
Yeah.
so you'd be broken into like, what would that be if any of you are good
Do you
at
want to
math?
answer that, Chris?
Well, I'm not good at math, but no, Nihar, you're onto something completely. You're right, and so
So you take,
it's a matter of programming clock to make sure it all fits in, obviously, so it
yeah,
won't
yeah. So
seem as
after like,
though.
I'm trying to think of the number. So like let's say 15 minutes, then you have an ad, then you have another 15 minutes, then you have an ad, then you have the
Yes.
last 15 minutes, and
Yeah,
then that slot ends, something like that.
yeah, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. And I just wish that I don't know commercial breaks are every half an hour. Because but then again, it has to be every 15 minutes because they want more advertisements, but it just stinks because we want more of the content, not the actual commercials, because who cares about commercials unless it's for the Super Bowl, you know?
Hmm.
Um, and also potentially award shows, because I believe award shows like the Oscars, the Kids Awards on Nickelodeon, which I don't really watch award shows, but I bet they have more commercials too because people are tuning
I
in.
mean, I still keep up with some of them like their holidays. So like if when the
Yeah,
Oscars come, I'll be kind of loosely keeping up with what's going on while having my pizza. So
yeah,
And the
um
Oscars
but
pretty
yeah,
I
much is.
don't think the award, like any streaming or all that, the Super Bowl that they do now, I don't think they use the slot system anymore, so they can just put however many ads they feel like. I think, and I'm not sure.
The
what were you
Oscars,
saying,
as you know,
Chris?
has become the Super Bowl of the entertainment world. So pretty much the same format. People get up early for the Super Bowl. People get up early for the Oscars. You have all these pre games and pre shows and everything else. So it's pretty much the same thing. So when you look at the advertising on that, it's going to be loaded with spots. So we all know that going into it. So now
The
it's a
Super
matter of
Bowl, as most people know it, I think is 3 hours, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
four,
but
3 to 4 hours around there.
right. But if you're one that factors in the pre games before it, all the pre
Hmm.
shows before it, the whole day launching before you get to the Super Bowl itself, it's similar format, not the same with the Oscars. Oscars is all day thing before you get to the red carpet. They have a pre-red carpet. They have a black carpet. All before that, because everybody needs to be sponsored. So all these type of things prior to the event itself is how people continue to make their money, if not more so.